Well, next out on the racing surface will be the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman Division for their 20-lap feature here this evening. Bob Johnson Auto Group, one of the largest new car inventories in New York State. Visit them online at bobjohnsonautogroup.com or any of their great locations. Bob Johnson Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Bob Johnson VW, both on Outer Washington Street in Watertown, or you can visit their Chevy Ford locations in Pulaski. Bob Johnson Auto Group, proud sponsor of your DIRTcar Sportsman Division, as well as Victory Lane here at Can-Am. 25 cars called out for tonight's 20-lap feature for the DIRTcar Sportsman. Kyle Sharp, the number 12S out of Morristown, will start inside row number 1. Outside him, the 2X out of Watertown is Mike Amell. Row number 2 to the inside. The number 6 out of Adams, that is Brian Hudson. Outside him, that'll be Justin Gadbaugh. And the number 18 out of Natural Bridge. Remington Ham out of Rodman, the 57A, starts inside row number 3. Outside him out of Clayton is the number 10B of Jamie Brown. Gavin Isley from Lafargeville, the 18E, will start inside row number 4. Outside him out of Carthage, Eric Nyer, driver of the number 34. The 41 of Dalton Rombo starts 90s out of Lowville, and outside him out of Watertown, Dave Rogers in the number 1. Dustin Hutton, the number 7D, will sit inside row number 6. He's out of Ogdensburg. Outside him, out of Central Square, number 64 is Tyler Corcoran. Inside row number 7, in the number 410-13 starting spot, that is last week's feature winner, Mike Fowler, in the number 410. Outside him, out of Carthage, the 621G, that is Trevor Gibbons. The Ryan Shanahan, number 32, out of Carthage, starts inside row number 8. Outside will be Zach Arquette in the number 14. Greg Henry's number 15 will sit inside row number 9. On the high side, that'll be Ricky Thompson in the number 1R. The Kevin Warren, number 8, and Chris Bonowski, 16B, are in row number 10. Row number 11, 21st starting spot, that's the Fox 28 of Tyler Stevenson, and outside him will be the number 92 of Frank Sibley. The 25 of George Sanford starts inside row number 13. Outside him, that'll be Jonathan Murphy, and Murphy will be in the number 17 here for tonight's feature. Normally, Jonathan Murphy in the number 62. You saw the mechanical problems earlier. So Jonathan Murphy will be in the number 17 ride, and there he is in the borrowed ride from the Nyer family. And of course, the Nyers are going to give up a car to help any racer out. They're a great racing family, good people. Got to thank the Nyer family for giving Jonathan Murphy the opportunity to get out here and race tonight. As we get ready, 20 laps will be the distance. Track safety lights off. Leclerc looks the field over. Green flag is in the air. Off turn number 2, the field will sort themselves out, and we've already got a 3-wide battle down the backstretch. Look at the move to the inside of the speedway. The number 6 of Brian Hudson went to the bottom of the racetrack, slid underneath Kyle Sharp's number 12S. He'll bring him down the front stretch. And Brian Hudson started inside row number 2. He'll be your early leader. He'll take the field off turn number 2 down the backstretch. He will go. Mike Amell settles back to the number 2 spot. Then it's Kyle Sharp in the 12S as they head to turn number 3 and 4. Remington Ham, next car in line, right back behind these guys. Dalton Rombo swinging right to the middle of the speedway in the 41. Comes to the bottom. Justin Gadbaugh to the outside. Jamie Brown now to the bottom of the racetrack into number 10. Dave Rogers trying to fill that hole between him and Gavin Isley. Isley gets a good run to the outside. He'll take the spot away from Jamie Brown, but Brown's not done. He comes right back to the inside in the number 10 machine. The FX Caprera ride to the inside of the racetrack. That is the Thompson Motorsports number 1 big racing products ride of Dave Rogers as they both work outside. Jamie Brown. Now Gavin Isley goes to work on the Justin Gadbaugh, number 18. Gadbaugh out of Natural Bridge, New York, the Rapid Graphics ride down the backstretch. Isley goes to the outside, back up front. We got a battle at the front of the field, and your leader's going to go around backwards. Excuse me, your second place car, Mike Amell, gets twisted in a knot at the top of turn number 4. Amell was trying to get to the inside of the leader, Brian Hudson, twisted that number 2X machine around in the wrong direction, and caution flag will wave. Brian Hudson, your leader. Kyle Sharp second. Remington Ham holding on to the number 3 spot. He'll be followed by Dalton Rombo, Justin Gadbaugh, Gavin Isley, Jamie Brown, Dave Rogers, Dustin Hutton. My eyes don't work that far away in turn number 3. I have to take a double look there. They come off turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. Everybody will work through turn number 2. Down the backstretch, they will go. Brian Hudson out to the head of the class, the Chaltain Realty number 6 machine. Drives right through the bottom of the Speedway. Dalton Rombo, the precision seal coating right out of Lafargeville, settles into spot number 2 as they head down to turn number 1 and 2. Rombo all the way to the outside of the racetrack. Then it's a trip on the wild side, number 57. We got a lead change down the backstretch. Dalton Rombo just went to the outside of Brian Hudson. Rombo's going to be your early leader now down into turn number 3 and 4. So Rombo takes the spot away from Brian Hudson. The third spot again belongs to Remington Ham, the 57H out of Rodman. He'll hold on to that third spot. 3 cars behind him off turn number 2 is Gavin Isley. Now takes over spot number 4 down the backstretch. He'll go to the 4 position. Followed him rounding out the top 5 will be the Thompson Motorsports Dig Racing Products number 1 of Dave Rogers. Rogers now climbs up into the top 5 spot off turn number 4 down the front stretch. And now Tyler Corcoran goes to the outside of the Speedway. Corcoran got shoved all the way to the concrete wall, was able to stay off it. Now he'll look outside last week's feature winner, the number 410 of Mike Fowler. Fowler down the backstretch. Now side-by-side battle. That is for spot number 4. Off turn number 4, Dave Rogers is going to get underneath the Performance Automotive hitching post number 18 of Gavin Isley. And then it's the Sundance Leisure number 7D, Dustin Hutton. Off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will go. The Rad Financial Services number 410 of Mike Fowler went to the outside, and the Halmar International Dirt Track Digest number 64 of Tyler Corcoran went to the inside of the Speedway, took the spot away. Now Dustin Hutton sets his sights on the 18 of Gavin Isley over in turn number 2. Isley able to hold him off at this point. Right now, Dalton Rombo loves the fact that all this racing's going on behind him. He has separated himself from the field. Down to turn number 3 and 4. Good view right here on DIRTtrackDigest.tv from Mike Frazier rooftop with the camera. He has got the number 7 of Dustin Hutton to the inside of the 18 of Gavin Isley. Now Tyler Corcoran again battling with the 410 of Mike Fowler. They're side-by-side off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Fowler to the inside. The 64 of Tyler Corcoran to the outside. He'll go right through the middle of the Speedway. Fowler's going to drive right back to the bottom, but Corcoran's going to hold him off as he'll race his way just outside the top 5. Cross flags out that last time by. We are halfway home. The lead right now for Dalton Rombo is 2.46 seconds. 2.46 seconds. Dalton Rombo out in front of Brian Hudson, and he increases that now to 2.8. 2.8 seconds, and now a battle shaping up for the number 3 spot. David Rogers again in that number 1 machine, goes to the inside of the racetrack. Now he'll drive to the outside of Remington Ham, turn at number 4. Little bit of a bobble, looks to the top side of the Speedway. Ham able to hold him off. Caution is out on the Speedway. Caution flag is going to wave. Chris Banowski, the JB logging ride, all the way on the outside of turn number 2. Had a 2.9 second lead before the caution flag came out. Now green flag will wave once again. Rombo back to the outside. Brian Hudson had thoughts about going to the inside. Won't get there. Now Hudson drifts up the racetrack, opens the door to the inside, and the number 57 of Remington Ham is going to charge to the bottom of the racetrack, and even lower than him is the number 1 of David Rogers. Rogers looks to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll slide up in front of Brian Hudson. He'll take over spot number 3. Gavin Isley rounds out the top 5 right now as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Dustin Hutton again with a nose to the bottom of the racetrack. Can't quite get there. Then it's the 64 of Tyler Corcoran and the 410 of Mike Fowler side by side down the backstretch. Fowler gets a good run down into turn number 3, trying to hold off the Corcoran number 64. Dalton Rombo again trying to stretch that advantage out in front of this field. 1.233 seconds. 1.233. The lead advantage for the 41 of Dalton Rombo, the precision seal coating ride out of Lafargeville, New York. He'll come down the front stretch. 5 more laps to go. David Rogers able to get to the number 2 spot. Ham continues to hold on to 3rd. He's followed by Dustin Hutton. Then it's Gavin Isley. Tyler Corcoran in the 6th spot. Mike Fowler 7th. 8th is Ryan Shanahan. Brian Hudson 9th. Eric Nyer rounding out the top 10 cars as they come to the line this time. Jamie Brown 11th. Kyle Sharp has the number 12 spot. Then it's Zach Arquette. Tyler Stevenson running 14th. Justin Gadbaugh back to the number 16 spot, followed by Frank Sibley and Ricky Thompson. Back up front, they work through turn number 3 and 4. Dalton Rombo continuing to try to stretch that advantage out in front of David Rogers, and he has opened up a 1.86 second lead one more time over the field. They'll go down the backstretch, turn number 3 and 4. Rombo, a rocket here this evening, works through turn number 3 and 4. There's a side-by-side battle between Mike Fowler to the inside, turn number 3, and on the outside, Gavin Isley, as these two continue to battle just at the top 5 spot. That is for spot number 5, and Fowler's going to take it away this time. But as we said, parallel flags out that last time by. Your leaders all by his lonesome down to turn number 3 and 4. White flag will wave. Dalton Rombo is going to point it down the front stretch in the number 41 machine as he continues to stretch that advantage. And just as I said that, David Rogers closes within a second and a half, but he's going to run out of real estate as they work off turn number 2 for the final time. They'll head to the north end of the Speedway. Dalton Rombo is going to point it to the inside of the racetrack. Now he'll let it drift to the top, so we get a car slow right in the middle of the Speedway. And caution flag coming out. Dalton Rombo, are you kidding me? Dalton Rombo about a quarter of a lap away from the checkered flag, and all of a sudden we had a car stop in the middle of turn at number 3 and 4, and you can see the damage. That is Chris Bonofsky's number 16B. He's going to steal one here in the late going. Green and white flags come out together off turn number 4. Rogers gives him a little rub, goes to the inside of the racetrack, and now on the outside, Dalton Rombo's going to go to the top side. Rogers tried to shove him to the top side, couldn't quite get there. They go to 3 and 4. Rogers drives hard down to the middle of the Speedway. He'll drift all the way to the outside. Bottom of the racetrack, here comes Rombo. Dalton, are you kidding me? David Rogers is going to pick up the win. David Rogers, 0.06 seconds out in front of the number 41 of Dalton Rombo, is going to score the win. Number 1 into victory lane this year in the Thompson Motorsports Dig Race Products. Number 1 machine climbing out on the backside, the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman, the feature winner. Getting ready to come out. Here's David Rogers. Dave, congratulations. Did you have any idea that you got him at the line?
Yeah, I dove it in down there and slide jobbed him, and it was stuck, but it bogged down a little bit. I didn't know if he'd have a run on me or not, but it don't get no better than that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you led for about 30 feet here down the end of the stretch here.
Yeah, none of them count except for that one.
Congratulations. People you want to thank tonight, Dave?
I got to thank Dave Thompson for this ride. I was here during practice, and I didn't have a ride, and he just offered it up to me and said, I think you can get the job done, and here we are.
Yeah, it didn't take you long. You guys, a lot of traffic early on, and there was some good racing side by side. You guys all stayed off each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard starting back there. I start 9th, 10th every week, because of the handicap, but I'm not one to pull off and go in the pits and wait for a free ride next week. So.
All right, congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane, former champion here, and he will pick up the win in the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman feature here tonight. David Rogers driving of the Thompson Motorsports number 1 machine.